Are we gonna freeze them anyway? Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's just a few days, a few scant sleeps from Christmas, and we're trying to get into the festive mood. We're also going to take a look at some viewer games, because that's what we do here on Random's Thoughts on Sunday nights. You can submit your games if you want to get them here on stream, or if you're watching this on YouTube, obviously to YouTube. Hit up the link in the description for my Discord. But, of course, at the start, I have to let everybody know I am part of the Content Affiliate Program. That means Phobe's team does, in fact, give me coffee. It's up there for producing Phobe's content. So we're going to get into it. We're going to look at some viewer games, see how fitting the collector is the gift. We'll see what the viewers have in store. We'll see what they have this time. They're usually fairly unhinged, but we'll see what they got. What's going on, chat? How's everybody doing out there? I hope all of your holiday preparations, if you are celebrating, are going well. This is a stressful time of the year, we'll say. I pulled up the wrong spreadsheet, so I was kind of stalling for time here. I had to take a look. Had my match tracking for a different game pulled up by accident. Let's see here. Nope, we got a long one. So, while last night we had, I don't know, probably combined less turns than this game took, got a long one to start it off. Marky is our hero, Brony mirror match, and Bad Sheep highlight. Potenzia's reasoning why he summoned Foul. In the fourth dimension, Foul could have worked. Was this a Monster of the Week game? I don't know. I did ask for highlights. We obviously went through them, but I'm not sure if this was a ladder game. I didn't catch it before we zoned in. Could pause it. These are level 1, so this could have just been a Frenemies game for the sake of it. I've been thinking a lot lately, chat, about what do I like about games? Because I keep coming back to the idea that Phobe's is, like, my ideal game. And yet I haven't played it in a while. So even my ideal game requires additional supporting elements, we'll say. For me, personally, it's events. Or just removal of the levels in general, but the latter will never happen. And I don't know that you could reasonably run competitive events in Phobe's with the leveling system in play. So mostly normal stuff out of both players, but this is some aggressive positioning from Marky. The flail is also very interesting. Like, I'm not really clear on that one. But this is a fairly decent defensive setup here from Potenzia. Down panic points, but it's a big map. Not a lot to stress about yet. The flail is just throwing me off. I don't really know. This kind of feels like, hey, I want to put something on the board, but I don't want to invest a ton of keys because presumably the plan was to get Oopsie Baby or something similar on the board this turn. All right, so Tickles is going to eat it. I was about to say, did the turn just end? Cupcake, huh? That is absolutely going to... I don't get the microscopic. Microscopic seems weird. I legitimately don't know what the purpose of the microscopic is here. The Cupcake, I was going to say, is going to push Marky back because you can't risk something getting cupcaked and you getting pulled with a tractor. Like, you're just going to have a really bad day after that. I don't understand the microscopic, though. Like, what is this intended to connect with? It's going to take a while to set up, and I think it's just going to complicate Potenzia's movement. It is something that I think the devs have overestimated the liability that a one movement is, which is weird because personally I feel like it's a huge liability. But when you look at certain phobies like a tractor and things over time, maybe overestimating it isn't the right. Maybe they haven't, but like there are things that are one movers that seem like incredibly powerful, and it doesn't impede people necessarily as much as it should. I don't know. I'm kind of two minds, and if you ask me on a different day, I might say, yeah, all one movers is a serious issue because of the movement limitations, but it should be. Game design-wise, you should have a penalty for these powerful things, and if it happens to be one movement, like, that's fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. No Cupcake, though. Huh. I don't really buy the counter Brony here. That was a very solid invade from Potenzia. So I guess if the Brony goes off, if Marky's Brony goes off, and you counter Brony with yours, you are able to... Really? I had just assumed that the Cupcake was going to live. That seems like a really pointless throwaway. But, like, this is the concern. So, Marky Bronied, right? They probably could have... Maybe they couldn't have hidden anything? So now, everything's disabled. So, like, what is the point of Potenzia's Brony? And given the way this map is set up, it kind of feels like that was always going to happen. Yeah, I don't love the foul here. That seems like a waste of 7 keys. Especially when your opponent still has 9. You do have a panic point advantage. Ooh, no fear of the disease on bad shit. When did that trap go down? That's funny. Oh, it must have gone down during the challenge play poll. Saying challenge play there, I realized I never actually completed all the challenges. I always said I would go back and do them, and I still haven't done them. Alright, we get the counter, Brony. It's a thing that can be done. Preemptive buffing, but like, what are you gonna cure? The Venus? The microscopic? That seems terrible. Good play here from Marky, breaking the obstacle, getting the better path. I don't know if Potenzia counted on that, or was aware that that was going to happen, but like... Alright, body blocks and out of range of the foul disease onto Hematic, and like that's the target you really want to hit. Pop in the boom so you can add a Thunder Rocks. Sure. Apparently I was dropping frames earlier. I don't know why. Alright, so we do get the heal going down onto the mic, but does it do anything? This is so much damage sunk into this brony. Yeah, the poison still goes through the brony. Lol. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I really hate this microscopic. And the brony. You can say what you want about the foul, but I think the issues with this entire setup were the microscopic and the brony. Potenza did get this seemingly powerful brony setup. However, did they really? I don't know that the counter brony did nearly enough. Admittedly, this Thunder Rocks is not doing a whole hell of a lot either. Like, I don't know. There were some interesting decisions. I have recently, on multiple occasions, been in the position of, what is my opponent doing? I don't understand, and I get so confused that it actually, like, kind of throws me off. So it is possible that some of these phobies hit the board because of that. Is this brony live again? Because that would actually be hysterical. Oh my god. I don't remember the last time I saw a brony connect more than once. That's wild. Like, that's absolutely wild. And at this point, Marky's got it locked up. Like, it would be very difficult for Potenza to do anything at all. Yeah, you wait for Mike to die, although it should die from the poison. I don't see how it lives. It is only 100 poison, though. How long does this last? Oh, it's got 5 more turns. Yeah, this thing will die eventually. Just don't get Oopsie Baby killed. Stay out of range so that you can't get hit by 2 of them. Although you're at full health, so I don't know if that matters. Yeah, pretty much. GG. Well played. Yeah, I really don't feel like the focus is on the foul there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think foul was the correct choice. I think there were other options that would have been better, but the real issue, I think, was the other keys spent prior to that. Alright, let's see here. Alright, we got more long games. We're here on Rush Hour. Who could have seen that one being a long game? Killer Frost. Our hero. I probably misplayed quite a bit. The battle really ended at turn 26. I just farmed for extra XP the consecutive turns. Oh, so you're one of those guys. And you admit it. You admit to the crime. I grabbed the mic there, so that probably blew out everybody's ears. Fairly standard opener here. I'm not seeing anything too abnormal thus far, other than... Is there an event going on that everybody wants to use the damn germs? Why is that happening? Just because it's cold and flu season doesn't mean you need to use the germs in phobies. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I took a nap today. I don't remember the last time I took a nap. I legitimately don't. Like, it may have been years. And I'm still very tired. But I'm confident when I lay down to go to sleep tonight, I'm gonna be wide awake. I'm going to be up till like 4 in the morning and my whole sleep cycle is going to be screwed. It's very delicate. That's a furnace face and a hydra. What is bad guy doing? Not like wildly over leveled and just doing stuff. It's a weird one. I don't understand this opener. Alright, some free shots going down on phobies that can definitely take the heat. Little Furkin action. Cars did bring up this point on the Face Your Fears podcast that Phantom and the like would, if Furkin was a stress phobia, so you're guaranteed to get it. And obviously it happened relatively early in the stress journey. Things like Phantom would not be as maligned as they are. I'm not sure that's true. I think people would still be very upset about it. Okay, are they going to go for the Frosty Freeze? They shouldn't, because Furnace Face is right there, but... that is a cat takedown. Flipping the panic point advantage to orange. Shove Shark added to the crew. I don't think I love Tick on this map. It's not uncommon to have clustering around the healing spots. You could get a big AoE hit there. Ooh, just a straight up kill on the Tooth Fairy, huh? No, you can take those. But given the composition of Bad Guy's team, it's going to be unlikely to get a multi-tick hit that matters, namely the disease is relevant. We do get the shove here. Ooh, a lot of damage going down on this Frosty, but not a kill. It's going to force it out of commission, out of the line of fire for a little bit. Double fire phobies. All right, Bad Guy's bringing the heat. Maybe not a ridiculous response to the presence of Frosty. Do get the takedown here. Got to be careful about positioning so that the boss can't, you know, AoE kill the Frosty. Clinico? Alright, we're banking to 17. Why? We're down 4-1 panic points. Are we just trying to get Bad Guy to commit to their final form? Told you, I'm tired, chat. Tired. Wonder if it's just, like, enormous sleep deficit. Alright, Jar's gonna finish off, or assist in finishing off the tickles. I didn't realize how healthy it was. Sparky? Okay. There's the Clinico. We knew it was coming. You kind of have to, because now the boss is in range. The Frosty, although now it's beating feet out of range. Phantom is still good to go. Having to hide in the corner thanks to the Furkin. I think my... Wait, what? Oh, Mommy, you're a little late. It ain't Halloween anymore. It ain't Halloween anymore. Gotta wait till next year, buddy. What the hell was I gonna say? That Mummy just completely took me by surprise. Oh, yeah. What? Speaking of taken by surprise. Get wrecked. Triple disease. This one kind of matters. This one kind of matters. On a dimensional and a key dimensional, yeah, you get the Shove Shark and the Cassowary, which will also be kills. You'll lose the Tick. in the process, but I think this is a worthwhile tick connection. Mummy doing its very lazy slaps. Ooh, Shove Shark doing its thing as well. Big ol' splash. Connecting with 3 opposing phobies, but also cooking your own Hydra. Bad guy with no fear, they're going for it. I don't think the mini-me's really help on this map. Hydra tanking just about everything, though. Yeah, this is what I expected. And Blom. Furnace Face is in range to assist in thawing the boss, but you take this. Locks down the Firkin for a little bit longer while it's diseased. Notably, it messes up the movement and positioning for Bad Guy, because that center tile is something that you want to try and claim, but it's also going to open up the opportunity for, ooh, Phantom soft target going down. That allows for another mini-me to be created. 0 keys to 0 keys. Hero's going to have to do it with what they got, and their healing spa is occupied. That's actually kind of obnoxious. Are we going to kill a Frosty? Okay, we're going to go for the spa. Just no fear about the Furnace Face, which I kind of get. Kind of get it. When most of their team's still frozen, it's fine. Until now. End of the Ice Age. Boss comes back. Disease and Lava, respectively, taking down a few phobies. Down goes Shove Shark, and suddenly that's a lot of hero units to not a lot of bad guy units. No, boss gonna get cooked by the Furnace Face fire. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. So wait, does the mini-me count as a phobie in play? Like, if Furnace Face dies here, does the mini-me keep them in the game? Oh, holy crap. 705, alright. It does! See, there's still scenarios to learn. 3 years in. Dude, what are you at? 235. Oh my god. Cutting it a little close, huh? Yeah, the game is over, but... So the earlier point I was trying to make, since we have some dead space to fill, is... I don't know that if everybody had Firkin, it would certainly help the situation, but I don't know if it solves it. The reason I say that is... A, it kind of forces that... What is in the hat? Alright, someone was poking me. It kind of forces the situation where, like, oh, you have this phobia, so I have to do this phobia, which I think is inherent in the game no matter what. But it also doesn't completely remove... Like, it's not 100% answer. By that, I mean, if you have, say, Phantom Frosty... You can still fling that at your opponent from pretty damn far away because of the nature of the abilities. Which is probably fine. Are we going to freeze them anyway? I gotta write that down. That's gonna be the intro, 35 minutes. Oh my god, we're gonna freeze the mini-me. Get out of here. So... yeah, like, I think it might be okay. Because it's not... It doesn't remove... It doesn't... Firkin can make things useless. It's an anti-fun tool. Right? Like, Firkin is an answer tool, so it's like, I put a cool thing on the board. Well, you completely remove it from the game, or effectively remove it from the game. That's kind of anti-fun, right? For a lot of people. So... Firkin with Phantom and Frosty, or Phantom and specific other phobies, it does allow for the Phantom to still be relevant, which means that it isn't it's neutered, but it's not eliminated. So I think that that is good overall. Like, that's a better solution, I think. I don't know. We'd have to see. But I've said this a lot, that I think Phobies is balanced around the idea that you have access to everything, and everything would include Firkin. And I do wonder when we're going to get a second Firkin, because it feels like an ability that should show up more just for the sake of the pack system. The problem is, if we don't get another Firkin, is that indicative of the fact that the assumption is you have access to everything? The reason I say that is, would it be oppressive if someone could have two Firkins on their side, thereby shutting down a huge amount of your opponent's stuff? But Firkin isn't exactly a true combat phobie, so, like, there is a cost there. I don't know. It's something to consider. Alright, Dear H, rockin' the Temptress avatar here on Coin to Me. Opponent tried to play Jaws game, and unfortunately got stuck by Rusty, leading to full-on Heart Rush. Just giving it all away in the notes. No suspense. I'm fine with that. Chad, I got some new toys. I haven't opened them. They've been sitting in the background. Nobody, not a single person's noticed. I haven't opened them because, well, I would have had, like, my wife wrap them and be like, here's your Christmas present, but I forgot about these, kind of. Like, I knew I had stuff in my pile of loot at Big Bad Toy Store, but I didn't know that, like, I forgot that it was expiring. They don't let you hold it forever. They make you ship it eventually so that they can get stuff out of their warehouse. But the idea is that you combine it so you save on shipping for everything. So you order a bunch of stuff, put it in the pile of loot, and then just wait. But stuff was expiring, so I had to ship it. I'll wait until Christmas to open them. Unless somebody insists on making me open them on stream. I won't be streaming tomorrow. Got Christmas stuff, although YouTube people, you don't care. I guess the Wiggy being diseased doesn't matter. In the Phobies world, it doesn't matter if you eat diseased food. You're fine. I have to imagine... I mean, this is an enormous pincer bug, though. But, like, pincer bugs can't possibly give that much nutrition, right? I'm sure, you know, other bugs eat them because they're comparable size and stuff, but... or appropriately sized, but it's just interesting. I guess Jaws is already undead, so, like, probably a disease factory to begin with. It's an interesting thing depending on how the undead work in the Phobies universe. Like, so for example, in Warcraft 3, one of the units is the Abomination, which is this giant Frankenstein's monster kind of thing. Sewn together parts, like Gravedigger. And one of its abilities is Disease Cloud, and it damages units around it because it's supposed to be, like, decaying flesh and the smell and the obviously the disease and stuff, but like, if it's actively decaying, eventually it would fall apart on its own, right? Now, in Warcraft, they can cannibalize corpses and feed to heal, or if they stay on blight, they will heal. So I guess that's how it would survive? I don't know. The point is like, depending... Ooh! Hold that thought. Forget about Phobes lore and whether the disease, the undead are diseased and decaying or not. Shout out to all the undead lunch ladies. The rusty on the jaws, that effectively, it doesn't lock out Hevo, because you can walk past it. And of course this Inoculus is now in range. But like, that's actually kind of hilarious. It's also a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1 panic point advantage. 4 to 2. Yes, the heebie-jeebies special. Somebody did this in Monster of the Week, right? Oh, no, it wasn't in this spot. It was in below the Gravedigger in that other choke point. And it was a good play then. Here, this is great. This is a great setup. Heads up play by Dear H here. Was it Dear H that did it in Monster of the Week? Because that would be sick if like Dear H either learned it in Monster of the Week and used it on ladder, or learned it on ladder and did it in Monster of the Week. 1,580 damage, though, does free up that obstacle pretty quick, but bad guy. Oof. Wait, what? We haven't had one of these in a long time. Okay, the laser looked like it shot the Phantom, and I was trying to figure out how it shot the Phantom, but it didn't. It shot the cowbell, and it just looked like it hit the Phantom. That creep probably could have capped this panic point. I think it absolutely should have. We'll see if 235 damage or something makes a difference after this. The freeze! You can shoot through it, but that's still going to be a problem. Ouch. That's a lot of blue panic points. That guy was dead no matter what. The extra life that they would have gotten there would not have made a difference. Too many panic points to claim, too many Phobes to fight. Very well played, Dear H. And the Billy just for the sake of it. Admittedly, it is a Vault Snipe Thaw. Kinda. But it doesn't matter. GG. Well played. Very well played. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Alright, chat. I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back. Alright, chat. We're back. I'm trying to make an effort to take more breaks while I'm streaming. I'll take another one in a little while. We'll switch up here. Let's see what we got. Who's next up? It is Dirty Bean Water. Up against Jack Skellington, I guess. A bloat snipe on an Inoculus. It's a Christmas miracle. Because that should just not happen. Like, what? There's no excuse for that. I guess there's no excuse. There's just very few reasonable excuses. Alright, standard stuff so far. Also got to put in a lot of effort to... Ooh, a little Hexy action. Little bit of Hexy. Why is Hexy a Cyclops? I've forgotten a lot of Voodoo and Hoodoo lore. So, like, I don't know if that's an aesthetic choice, or is that, like, actually true to they're only supposed to have one eye. Because I'm pretty sure Stabby is also like that. We do have the power of all human knowledge ever in our pockets via smartphones and Google, but or at least access to all human knowledge. I'll forget by the end of the stream. Somebody remind me in the comments, or if you know the answer. Oh, we get the connection, but with the poison, does power down the creep, but that's a big ol' who cares, because that Hexy will eventually get muffined. That's all that just happened. We traded creep for muffin. You know what we need? We need another muffin. But this one, it pops on your opponent's guys and poisons them, or diseases them, or both. It would actually be cool to apply both. That would actually be really cool. Like a very minor disease, but like maybe a very powerful poison. It would essentially just be another boom. Which means that it would have very few uses. Maybe it's a boom that, like, because it's poison and disease, it gets to be tankier. So, like, it could hypothetically survive a hit. Because boom commonly just dies to, well, Jin Sting AoE or something like that, which I don't think it does baseline. But, like, that's not an uncommon thing to have happen, a Jin Sting or a Hematic AoE or something. Klepto AoE, something like that. Down goes Haffy. Haffy, the Harbinger of Defeat. It's his official subtitle. I guess it would really be a title. I keep saying subtitle because, like, card games, it'll be the name is the title, and then the subtitle is, like, whatever their tagline is. Down goes Hexy. Hexy accomplished kind of nothing. Really. Bad guy on the back foot here. Bringing a pterodactyl to a phobie fight. It's not bad here. Ooh, the power up. But are we going to be... That doesn't even kill it. Yikes. Alright, so this kill will protect the jar from retaliation, assuming there's follow-up to kill the Maggie, because otherwise the Maggie should be able to kill the jar. I'm pretty sure Maggie can kill a jar baseline. But our hero just kind of imposing their will on bad guy here, just taking kills wherever they feel like it. What? That seems not good. You're going to lose the Maggie, you're going to lose the Gravedigger, and then you're going to get the Pterodactyl poisoned. Most likely is what I expect the outcome to be. Who'da thunk it? Yeah, our hero is just kind of doing whatever the hell they feel like. Whenever the hell they feel like it. I mean, bad guys getting their retaliation hits in, but it's not digging them out of the hole. So the big issue is... Oh my god. Is this actually going to kill it? Well, it gets it killed. Alright. We can call this a bloat snipe. Like, alright. What's funny is it still took all those hits Dude, how bad is the fuck... Like, Jesus Christ. Wait, what? How did it take all those hits? This is 800. What? Were one of these powered down or something? I gotta go back. I'm sorry. Is the math just not mathing? Oh, because it was halved. It was halved because this was 2 spots away. Jesus, bloat sucks. Holy crap. Oh my god. Admittedly, there's no other 2-drop. Well, that's not even true. A cassowary could have got it too. I was about to say there's no other 2-drop that could have done that, but cassowary could have got him. Bloat sucks. Slammerhead. We actually saw Slammerhead put in work yesterday in Monster of the Week. If you haven't watched the Monster of the Week games, check that out. I think Slammerhead might be the cover phobie for this week. We haven't really found one for today. Maybe I'll use bloat. Everybody has these weird bloat boners, which sounds redundant when you think about it. Ah. I gotta be honest. Like, bad guy's just dead, right? Our hero is putting joke phobies on the board, like Bloat and Boo Fairy, and... I don't know what bad guy does about it. Admittedly, the quantity of joke phobies could make this complicated for our hero. Like... Are they at risk because they have Slammerhead and Bloat and Boo Fairy? Why did the Slammerhead even happen? So, like, this is kind of a risk. It will take several turns for these 2 phobies to really put a big hurt on our hero, and it isolates these 2. I don't know if I love the Slammerhead positioning. I guess I get it, but, like, I don't know. I feel as though you could have put the Slammerhead on the panic point, and then you could hit either the Minotaur or the Pterodactyl, but I think the idea here is that... No, that wouldn't even save it. Because I was going to say, if the Minotaur moves down, but if the Minotaur moves down, then you can't get it anyway. I don't know. We are going to get a spit that'll kill the Pterodactyl, kind of, like, effectively ending this entire offense. The boop. Yep, just get everybody in position. Bloat going on the offensive. Clearly the MVP of this game. God, Bloat sucks. Alright, bad guy's making a game of it, though. I gotta admit. With a 4-0 panic point advantage. Almost no offensive pressure, and now bad guy soon to be out of phobies. I think you could have just killed it with a Shove Shark, but we'll assume that Boo Fairy had to do it. GG. That was kind of a funny end. Oddly enough, I've had Boo Fairy on the thumbnail for a few different videos. I kind of wish the devs would give us, like us being, well, everybody, but especially in this case, I'm talking about the content affiliates, like, I want the Boo Fairy ability animation or still or whatever, where he like pulls his face back and shows all the eyes in a clean image, because I've had to pull it out of screenshots before, and it still looks cool, but it would obviously would look way better. I don't know. We'll see. All right, next up is Jeremy on Noughts and Crosses. Chevelle plus Repeller players. When I throw a brick at him, can't shove nor repel me any longer. I mean, yeah. It's the old day 9 thing. What if my opponent has all this stuff? Just go kill him. Hey Santa, this year I want a life-size G.I. Joe, a yacht, a Baconator, some Gundams, some Legos, a Lego Gundam, and a chainsaw gun. So out of all of those requests, I'm going to say the Baconator is the problematic one. Because if there's a Baconator under your tree, that shit is going to be gross by the time you find it. And I don't want to hear, oh, well, Baconators are gross anyway. No, there is a distinct difference between a Baconator that you just got and you're eating and a Baconator that's been sitting on the floor or, like, congealing and adhering itself to a box for however many hours before you unwrapped it. Imagine you're one of those families that opens Christmas presents on Christmas Eve and you got a Baconator at like 11 o'clock at night. Now, for some people, there were times in my life where that was completely normal. It wasn't Baconators, it was Junior Bacon cheeseburgers, but 6 of one, half dozen the other. Do they even make Lego Gundams? Like, is that a thing? If I had a kid and they asked for a Baconator for Christmas, I'd do it. Yeah, but would you get them an actual Baconator, or would you, like, make a Baconator? Oh, God, this is now getting difficult to say. I'm having a stroke just thinking about it because of all the salt. Like, are you going to make a Baconator out of Legos or something? Because that's one of the classic parent jokes is their kid's like, I want a car. And then you get them like a Matchbox car. Because it's like, haha, I can be a dick. And it's like monkey pawing their Christmas list. I think I cook one up for Christmas breakfast. I don't think I've ever had... Okay, so hold on. I don't think I've ever had a hamburger for breakfast. Well, I take that back. I've definitely eaten leftover Wendy's for breakfast. That's 100% happened. I take it back. I've 100% eaten like a Junior Bacon cheeseburger that we put in the fridge from the previous night because it was like we were drunk and like somebody got us Wendy's and then I'm like, oh, I'm not going to eat this. I'll save it for tomorrow. And then you put it in the fridge. Like, that's happened. But I have had breakfast chili, which is very good. Like, breakfast chili with a fried egg on it, very good. It's way better than you'd think. It's not something that I would eat all the time. I suppose a voucher for a bacon. Yeah, but like, if someone asks for a Baconator and puts it on their Christmas list, don't get them a gift card for a Baconator. I want a goddamn Baconator. You need to commit to the bit if you're doing this. I'm in a bunch of Minotaurs tonight. Like how you question if Lego Gundams are things with fully accepted chainsaw gun, because I've seen them. Like, you can get a Gears of War Lancer. I almost bought one. Like, that's a thing that I have literally witnessed and physically touched. Trivolta's attack is so weird. Whereas Lego Gundams, like, you could make a Gundam out of Lego, but I don't think there's, I'm sure it's happened at some point, but, like, I'm not aware of a branded Lego Gundam either way. All right, sorry, Jeremy. We got really sidetracked watching your game. Yeah, one of the Gears of War, I think it was during Gears 4. I went to one of the majors because it wasn't far from me. And they had, like, Lancers on display. And I think you can still buy them right now at Big Bad. I'd love to get one, but they're like... I play with the toys I have. I don't play with all of them all the time. And, like, some of them need to get more attention, I guess. But, like... I don't know when I would ever play with that, you know what I mean? Like, I'd hold it every once in a while, but, like, I don't know. I think Gundam models end up filling that niche so well that it's a weirdly unnecessary crossover. Probably true. Probably true. I mean, are there other model brands, like, true models, that get Lego crossovers? Because models are basically Legos for adults, right? Although Legos are for adults now, too, but you get what I mean. Trivolta with the AoE. Well, I gotta watch it again so you can hear the sound. Get him. If there's one thing we're gonna let go and be it's time in the limelight, it's Trivolta in this game. Trivolta's design is so weird, too, because if you look at where the legs connect to the body... That was not a good time to pause. We're not going to get to see it. But, like, if you go back and look at where Trivolta's legs connect to the body, they look like they're angled in. So that means the connection point, or, like, the hips of it are more like... Imagine if the socket where the top of your legs, where it connects into your hips, actually connected at your crotch. And that's what it seems like Trivolta is, which is really weird when you think about it. GG. Sorry, Jeremy. Sorry, Jeremy. Again, I don't know why I hide the viewer game stuff, because, like, there's no suspense about who won these games, typically. You didn't favorite the game! This is from several days ago. This might not be on here. Oh, maybe. Alright, there's hope. There's hope. I guess this is why. The suspense of did they favorite the game. Not only did you not favorite the game, Painful Fate, you did not leave any notes. Shame. And this close to Christmas, my nuts ache just thinking about this. Yeah, your legs appending to your crotch. I feel like there's a mech that does that. But you know what? Even the Imperial, like the ATSTs, the Imperial, not the Imperial Walkers, but the Chicken Walkers from Star Wars, and all their prototypes, they have the legs on the side. You know what I mean? Like, they don't meet at a point, but the way Trivolta looks, it looks like the legs are, and it may just be perspective, but it looks like essentially the femur is angled in towards the front of it, which would be like the crotch, which is also simultaneously its face and its cranium. But we're not gonna dissect the biology that much. We got a Painful Fate game to watch, which maybe legs in your crotch is a Painful Fate as well. I don't know. Probably. But probably not for everyone. There's no shame. Bad guy off to a pretty powerful start here. 3-1. I hope this wasn't a game that, like, Painful Fate wanted us to take seriously and really examine. Cooking the creep. Did you really need to retreat there? Yeah, I was about to say, like, you can be more aggressive with this Ray. Why does Ray have horns? I wonder if the artists decided, like, Ray looked too boring. And then they said, you know what we could do? We could give him horns. Interestingly enough, Painful Fate has been unable to bank really any keys. Bad Guy's banked up to 7 and has a 3-0 panic point advantage. That's where the Ray juice is stored in the horns. Where else would it be? That is, in fact, a dead Eternal Knight, but that means it will be a takedown on K9, most likely. Panic Point Crisis somewhat averted for now, because there's a big difference between a 3-0 versus a 2-1. However... Alright, Painful Fate is going to drop Innocuous to follow things up. They're feeling confident at this stage. Bad Guy has one big push left in him with 7 keys banked. Sparky is the answer. That's double electricals. The Innocuous... not looking great. Could be dicey. Spud. Alright, 3 keys to 3 keys. Yeah, I guess this makes sense, because otherwise you could get double hit. Like one from Ray and one from Sparky onto Hevo. I don't know that that would be lethal. But Bad Guy had to double move to get to the spot, meaning they don't get to finish off the snowball, which definitely feels like an error. You could have killed it, pulled back all of your phobies, and just had the Ray have to sit on the spot for a little bit longer. And removing that piece from the board for Bad Guy, I think, is a big deal, given that they are going to be down quantity-wise on phobies here. I don't know what breaking that block does for you. I guess the idea is that our hero has more lobbers, so they're trying to avoid it? I don't know. Like, they're trying to take away the advantage of the lob because now you can get to it. I don't know. Either way, our hero is in complete control of this game. They can wait for as long as they like. Bad Guy has to commit. And I'm assuming that Sparky plus Ray is not a dead Spud. Alright, we're just rearranging chairs here. Bad Guy very content to just inch up. Alright, we're going for it now. The final confrontation. The beginning of the end, one might say. Gravedigger, cooked. I don't think bad guy... They just straight up don't have enough HP, and they kind of needed the Gravedigger to connect with an attack. But if they went in and dove our hero's team at that stage, probably just dead. Now they're... they might have enough HP. Spud doesn't do a ton of damage. It looks like it's going to be enough. Yep. In fact, it's more than enough. Get a spare hit onto Ray. Ball game. That looked really dicey. Looked really dicey for our hero, but they managed to flip the script with a lot of patience. I don't know why we're repositioning so many times. GG. Got him. GG. Yeah, I don't know what the all the repositioning was about. That seemed extraneous. Redundant. 3, 6. Alright. We'll be into dupes after this. It's the last unique game submitter for this week. Alright, Kurosame, Eternal Monday. Oh god. First game in a while before I tried so hard to make a Tractor and Tiny Tim combo. But Cerberus is so much better for the same cost. Yeah, I still maintain that they take a pseudo spreadsheet approach to Phobie design. Or were. I don't know what they're doing now. Because there are things like Shove Shark, which had felt previously off limits, that they're now just kind of, alright, go ahead. And the reason I say it's spreadsheet design is something like Tiny Tim is a cross-section of multiple abilities. And it feels like it's just checking that off the bingo card. Or the spreadsheet. And saying, okay, well now we have a Phobie that does these things. And the problem is not all of those Phobie setups or abilities are going to be good. And I think Tiny Tim falls in the category of it just doesn't do anything. And in fact, you have to actively not do anything with it in order to get it to do anything. Like, for it to fulfill the role that it was designed to do, it has to not play the game effectively. Like, how many times can you say that you're in a game and you're better off if you have one less Phobie than you do currently? It is very rare that you're willing to pay 6 keys to have something body block. It's like I could generally do that with a 1 key and get the majority of what Tiny Tim is providing for 5 keys less. Oop. Accidentally opened up something. There is the Cerberus. Goon is also in the building. Are Goon skates retractable? That's weird. I feel like we've talked about this before. I know we've talked about Goon's, like, boots, because you can see a distinct heel on his feet. To the point where it looks like he's wearing a boot. Alright, preventing the pole out of position, getting the block to stop. Huh. Does this matter? You could still do an attractor pull, kill the Gravedigger, and then reposition, while getting some pot shots on the glob? Or are we just going to kill the glob? This might be able to just kill the glob. That looks like a dead glob. It is, in fact, cooked. You hate to see it. 246, just barely out of range of the lava. That may have been a scary moment for our hero where it's like, oh god, I'm not going to get... Oh yeah, I can just jar. Never mind. What? What just happened? I mean, I know there's a visual bug, but like, why are we doing that on the Gravedigger? I don't understand what just happened. Admittedly, bad guy does have a 3-1 or 3-0 panic point advantage, but now they're down panic points and they have 1 key left, and their team is cooked. Their team is cooked. I want to say Karst or somebody was popularizing something similar to this on this map. I will also add that Eternal Night is one of the maps that caused me to go, you know what? I've played enough Phobos games. Eternal Monday is not a fun map. And I kind of wish this one would go the way of Agora. The boom just completely changed its mind. It's like, yeah, I can wait on that one. Although, I think a tractor is live right now. Yeah. That is an enormous amount of HP to go through, though. We get there. Which means Boom is dead. And then there were 2. And there's just literally no way for bad guy to stop this. I wonder if there's any way to programmatically identify there's no way for you to win this game at this point other than your opponent disconnecting. Would you like to surrender with full, like, you don't get penalized and lose anything? The problem is, there is always the option that somebody could just play incredibly poorly and then throw a quote-unquote unlosable advantage away. And then you're going to get a sea of screenshots where, this thing is broken, the game told me I couldn't win and I won anyway. Or, conversely, you'll get a sea of screenshots about, oh, well, the game thinks that I can win this game and it is unwinnable. And then you have to tell people they're bad. Which is never a position you want to be in. I was listening to theme music. Alright, back with Dear H on Ergo, another map that I haven't played in a long time because this map is also doo-doo. Goon Sneak Attack. I thought I hit the button. My bad. You didn't miss anything. It was a corn cat opener. Woo! Yeah, the early map design, I can't, like, crap on it because they were learning. But we've definitely had better maps since then. So I tend to crap on Magic the Gathering, for example, because, like, it defined the genre, so everybody's like, oh, you have to give it credit because they didn't know. And it's like, on one hand, yes. I get what you're saying. They invented the genre. They went through the literal, almost literal growing pains of trying to define what it is to have a collectible card game. Or trading card game, or whatever. However, it is not 1993, and things can change. And I can fault them for leaning into the worst aspects of it. Comparing that to Phobies, we have gotten better maps, but by the other side of the coin says, well, we've gotten better maps, but we've also gotten bad ones, so it's like, why are we repeating the same mistakes? On top of the fact that because this is a digital game, things can be updated and changed. And I don't know that it's important to bring back maps like Eternal Monday, like Ergo, into the modern map pool. There's a level of, we have these maps, let's use them. But at the same time, if we have improved maps, just use the improved one. I don't know that, say, Night Shift is way better than Eternal Monday. But I kind of think it is. Ow. That was a weird hiccup. It was an uncomfortable hiccup. So I don't know if it counts as a goon sneak attack when there's Shove Shark on the board, but I get it. I get it. Repeller. I saw the reflection off of one of the beard bells. I think there's a picture on the wall over there. And like the reflection off of this reflected in the glass for that. It looked weird for a second. I was like, what the hell is that? Oh. Boss! We saw 2 bosses tonight, and I thought they went extinct. Blom? Blom. Yeah, I don't... You get 2 hits, 2 hits, 2 hits. Ooh, we get the body... Or the body block. The heebie-jeebie special. I like that. You can have some things land on Goon and or Gravedigger. We'll see what bad guy elects to go with. Yeah, this was definitely going to happen. It's funny to see the desks on fire. I don't know why that's so amusing to me. Little cubicles. Apparently completely immune to fire. They're all rocking their fire resist gear. I would add more commentary, but like we're just watching a very normal Ergo game, I guess. I wonder if there's a correlation between the quantity of traps put on the board and how entertaining the game is, as a player or as a spectator. There are definitely exceptions, if that were even to be considered a rule, because there are games where it's a very tense match. Like we've had like in the subscribe games, I think, where there's been a ton of traps and things have been kind of weird. Like there's 5 unicorn traps here. What are we doing? We're getting a triple panic point advantage is what we're doing. This, I think, is mostly to sacrifice the Gravedigger. truthfully. Because Dear H still has 6 keys. Oh, that is sick. The shove. All right, I'll count that as a sneaky goon kill. Like that's pretty sick. That was well done. Hilariously, the goon didn't leech that much life. Maybe not that it didn't leech that much life. It was just so damaged. Third boss connection. Making some popcorn. Boss versus the world here. Sucky is the final phobie. Okay. Okay. And I don't know what else you're putting on the board for 2 keys. It's going to do it. I almost feel like you'd be better off allowing the stabby to get pulled forward. But maybe not, because then the stabby could die to the sucky. The klepto will get hurt, but it's not going to die. And they elected to let their jar get killed anyway. Huh. Okay. Sure. Stabby does go down to the fire, though. Oh my god, Klepto. The beating. You have another? Dude, Goon is such a monster. Clips the heart. GG. Well played. Well played, Dear Age. Yeah, that was a pretty decent Goon hit, I'm not gonna lie. I was skeptical at first, but won me over. All right, just a couple more for tonight, chat. Did we watch this one earlier? Maybe I had the wrong notes. I just noticed this is against the same bad guy. Well, this other game from Jeremy is not on their profile. I don't know which one. Mindless meta spam versus mindful meta spam. But we watched this one already, so I think I just read the wrong notes. Let me make sure it's not on the profile. Yeah, it's not there. Unless they put the wrong date. They have a loss against this person. But it's on a different day. I don't know if this is the right game, Jeremy. I'm going to skip it. You have a loss against this person on the 19th instead of the 18th. That also looks like meta spam. I don't know. We're going to skip it because I don't know which game it's supposed to be. This is why people need to favorite their games. Nah. Well, we're going to watch a Jeremy game anyway. But Killer Frost is our hero. Surprise! Spent a lot of time thinking about what to do next. One of those games where a single mistake will make you lose. Alright, let's see here. Back on Eternal Monday, so of course the game is long. Ugh. Telling you, chat. Beat. I was debating doing like a lot more streaming this week. Because I'm off, but I don't know if I will. We'll see. Alright. Get a little Benny action versus... Ooh, that's a Billy right to the middle. That's actually an interesting play. Is there a way to punish this? I do wonder if maybe Billy either breaks or at least... Does he break the old maps or does he make the old maps interesting? Because a lot of these maps are predicated on the idea that if you go to the healing spa, you can't get back in the fight like that turn. You know, you go to the healing spa, you heal, you try and get out, you can't get back in. Billy can do that. So I wonder if that changes the relationship on any of these matches. Maps, rather. Jeremy with a rather interesting mix of units. Like, I said before, I'm not a huge fan of Benny. Also, is Benny supposed to be a reference to the henchman from, The Mummy? What update did Benny come out in? He was in the music one, wasn't he? Which, if that's the case, it's probably more likely that he's named after, like, a guitarist or something. Some... Alright, so sock ass and down. Presumably, Gravedigger eats it here. Yep. So Fleshcrawler can dive, and Goon once again makes an appearance. You will be punished for said dive. Not quite a kill on the Billy. He's just gonna walk it off. Alright, I gotta take these things out. They're making it itchy. We'll keep the Santa hat, but the Santa hat's a little itchy too, but it's not as itchy as these. Oh my god, this Billy is still alive? What are you doing, Benny? What are you doing there? Alright, Tick as the follow-up is interesting. Certainly a thing you can do. Don't know about intentional... Has Jeremy been mono undead? Other than one keys, yes. That holds true until now. Finnegan... Why is Finnegan here? I don't understand Finnegan. Droney, I'm telling you. I think somebody had suggested this before, and I probably didn't like it at the time, but as time goes on, Maybe I did like it at the time. I don't remember. But as time goes on, I really feel like flyers maybe shouldn't be able to kill Resurrect Phobies. I don't know if that would make them too powerful, but it definitely feels like Droney is too clean of an answer to everything. And there's no way that you can make it, oh, well, Droney can't do it. So it's cleaner to just do all of the flyers. Another Wham going down. I mean, Frost is kind of in complete control of this game, right? It did not appear as though a single mistake would have flipped this. I mean, maybe it would have. Admittedly, we were making jokes most of the game, rather than really putting it under the microscope, but yeah. This is another one where if we had a system to tell us, like, you can't win, you want to just move on to the next game, it would be helpful. It's like, what is Jeremy supposed to do at this stage other than hope that Frost disconnects? Like, I'm waiting for the day that something like that Billy attack happens on a Resurrect Phobie, and the correct play is to not move the Resurrect Phobie, instead intentionally letting it die because it will heal up to a higher life total than what it's at. But most of them regenerate at such low health, as they should, that it kind of doesn't matter. You don't need to do this. Wait, did the Billy miss out on an attack? I feel like the Billy missed out on an attack. Not like it matters. Flesh Crawler can't move. Didn't range a jar. Yeah, this is unnecessary, but whatever. Got him. GG. One could say Jeremy got cooked alongside that Flesh Crawler. All right. Uno mas, chat. All right, Jeremy did in fact favorite this game. Trivolta game for Karst's Guide. Before you ask, yes, making them max out on Jar Cannon was intentional. What? All right, well, this is for Karst's Guide, so we got to try and give it some attention. You just don't see Trivolta a whole hell of a lot. Maybe I should have kept the Beard Bells in, since this is for the guide. It'll be hilarious years from now. People coming back and asking, like, why is that clown bells in his beard? Because it's Christmas. Oh, hiccups are real. Alright, bad guy with a corn. I don't know that I love corn on this map. I don't love turrets in general on this map. I get it. But if you're going to have a turret, I think I'd want one with more damage. Like, I don't know. There are definitely invades that happen. So if you can get the corn into position, dropping a ton of traps can be valuable. Because it's likely that it's going to sit there for a number of turns and you can get 4, 5, 6 traps. But Smiley is added. I don't hate that as a counter here, given the Mario and Luigi Super Ginsting brothers. Alright, Innocuous. Respectable counter. I wonder how much Innocuous was intended to be... Like, this is an answer to Smiley. Like, I wonder if the devs thought Smiley, or things like Smiley, were going to be way more problematic than they turned out to be. Because you have to imagine something like Innocuous and its family were designed not long after... Like, they may have been designed around or been ideas around the time of the initial Phoebes batch. So we can now get a better look at Trivolta and its crotch hips. Maybe it's the perspective, maybe it's just me, but it does add... To me, it looks like what essentially are the femurs. Like if you assume that the joint is the knee, are angled in towards the front of the crotch. So then they are connecting at whatever hinge or joint on the crotch. Put that in your guide, Karst. I may have just ruined it and you can't use it now. Alright, we got a Zappy. One of my favorite OG Phoebes. Got a Shove Shark. Alright, so we're going to go into Innocuous poke spam, or what are we doing here? Alright, we're cleaning up the cat. The implication that Smiley, because it only diseases opposing units, means that either everybody's immune, or like the smell doesn't bother them if you're on Smiley's team. It's kind of interesting to me. That is a wall of mechs to ensure Smiley can't do a damn thing for now. Speedola coming in. I think we know what the follow-up Phoebe is going to be. But that's additional mechs into the face of a Zappy. Wow, the corn didn't kill it, and I don't love leaving the corn out there. Would you not have been better off hitting it with the corn, poking with the jar, and then retreating the corn? I guess the idea is that you'd rather protect the Smiley here. You didn't want the Trivolta or whatever to connect with it. Innocuous. Now, Trivolta, it's fairly tanky, not super tanky. Ooh, but right away... Little and powers down both Zappy and the corn. There was a trap there, so I think this Trivolta is going to eat it. Yikes. Yes, it does. We'll have to see how relevant that Trivolta was, because... Oh, actually, our hero is putting a big old hurt on the heart right now. Oof. 4-to-1 panic point advantage as well. And yeah, bad guy's big threat was the Zappy. I gotta be honest, I think the Smiley was kind of a waste. I don't know what the hell the purpose of the Smiley was. But neutering the Zappy is a big deal, as that was kind of bad guy's entire game plan to address both the Trivolta and the Inoculus, but then subsequently the Speedolas. We've been seeing a lot more Speedola usage lately on a variety of different maps, and they can put on a lot more pressure than you might suspect. Oof. I was about to say that you could probably do more damage just having red hit the heart rather than capping this point, but it is the last turn, so I'm pretty sure our hero has got it anyway. GG. Well played. Yeah, the Trivolta did actually play in pretty well. That was a relevant hit. It kind of solidified things and slammed the door on bad guy being able to defend. Or maybe kick the door in on their defenses. Choose a metaphor of your choice. Chat, that's going to do it for tonight. It's almost Christmas. As you might imagine, I have a few things I got to get done. So we're going to call it an evening. I appreciate everybody hanging out. We'll be back next week after the Christmas holiday. We'll have some more streams coming up. But that's going to do it for tonight. So as always, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And tune in next time for more Random Thoughts.